California. I'm pleased to introduce Robyn Hitchcock and Tim Keegan. Robyn, you probably know from many wonderful years of alternative reality song and storytelling. Tim has been accompanying him lately on guitar and also has his own band called Homer. We'll be hearing songs from both, and they're both playing Saturday night at the Roxy. We'll have tickets to give away to that a little later. Welcome.
Hi, Tricia.
Hello, Tricia.
In stereo. So I haven't had a chance to check out what the plan for the evening is. I've left it up to you two. Do you want to give kind of a preview how this will proceed, if you know? Which you might
What you
not.
mean tonight, or you mean
Tonight.
The Roxy?
We can talk about the Roxy as well.
On
but
air, we
I'm
can
mainly
mention
concerned
it.
with the next half hour.
Well, you know, LA is demolishing all its great institutions, or it certainly should be. Where are we? We're here. We're going to do some songs. I'm going to do some, and then
I'm going to do some.
He's going to. We're sort of together as
We're
well.
going to share the limelight.
Okay.
I'm going to start this one off on my own, though. Hang on. I'll have a warm bath. I'll have a bottle of wine. I'll put myself to bed, and I'll feel just fine. But don't talk to me about Gene Hackman. He's got an evil grin. He's got curly hair, and every time he smiles, it means trouble somewhere. So don't talk to me about Gene Hackman. He's in every film, sometimes wearing a towel. And if it isn't him, you get Andy McDowell. But don't talk to me about Gene Hackman. Don't talk to me at all. Don't say hello. You could be Gene himself for all I know. Alright, in Unforgiven, he was totally mean. But when he got his, I really felt for Gene. But don't talk to me about Gene Hackman. I'll have a cold shower. I'll have a bottle of pop. I get a dog named Laszlo from a Laszlo shop. But don't talk to me about GENEHACKMAN, Gene Hackman.
That is a new song from Robyn Hitchcock, Gene Hackman. That's beautiful. I love that. This is fairly new. When did you write that?
I wrote it in a hotel in North Carolina on or about March the 1st, Trish. I forgot to, that wasn't the one we were going to do. So if you put a lot of reverb on it, it wasn't that reverby. It's more like a song to have with bones clicking in the background.
Well, unfortunately...
This one's reverby, though.
Okay.
This is an old one that Timothy and I have exhumed. Let's do MOTW.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Lost Madonna of the Wasps, I wonder where we cross. I wonder where she lost me. Lost Madonna of the Wasps, she's dying in the frost. I wonder what she cost me. Is this love? Gone, Madonna of the Swans. She waves a magic wand, and then she settles on me. Wise Madonna of the Flies, I look into her eyes. She doesn't recognize me. Is this love? Is this love? Lost Madonna of the Wasps, I wonder where we cross. I wonder where she lost me. Lost Madonna of the Wasps, she's dying in the frost. I wonder what she cost me. Is this love? Is this love?
It's Robyn Hitchcock performing live on Brave New World, and he is on tour. Playing Saturday night at the Roxy. The accompanying guitarist and vocalist you hear is Tim Keegan, who also has his own band called Homer, and will be opening, unfortunately without the band, but playing Homer songs for Robyn at the Roxy on Saturday. And we'll have tickets to give away to that show, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes, we
You're
will.
going to let people you don't know get hold of it?
Exactly.
Or that we don't know either.
Yes, and we also have a very hot item to give away with those tickets. We have the promotional CDs that have the live performance, the Bob Dylan recreation that you did. So it's very hard to get a hold of by normal people.
Yeah, well, normal people.
Of course, normal people wouldn't be listening. So.
No, this stuff
Most
isn't
normal
for
people
normal
aren't
people. No,
Absolutely not. So, Robyn, you're on tour, actually. I guess this is still a Beautiful Queen, not Beautiful Queen, a Moss Elixir tour, which is Robyn's album that was released last year. But you're doing a lot of new stuff as well.
This is the western lung of the Moss Elixir tour, but we're also road testing new songs for the album after next, which is going to be called Robyn Hitchcock's Christmas Party. And it's coming out whenever, the end of next year. We're going to start creating this thing in Seattle in about 10 days' time.
Will those be demos that you're going to do in Seattle? Or
No,
we'll
you
see.
know, you do stuff on 24 track and it's a master. All good demos are masters and vice versa. But you should, as my esteemed manager says, you should never demo anything, and he's quite right. So we're just going to start recording, you know, very quickly and then stop again.
And you're going to work with Scott McCoy from the Young Fresh Fellows.
I hope so. Scott,
if he shows
Tim and I think Scott's going to be there, and then he will put together a band.
And while we're mentioning your esteemed manager, I just wanted to thank him for getting Tim here, because Robyn actually flew. Because you're the big rock star, so you got to fly from Colorado, where they played a Tuesday night. Monday night.
It was
And
yesterday.
It was Tuesday
This
night.
is supposed to be a socialist setup
and then,
as well.
and then Steve.
Well, I paid for my
And then Steve and Tim drove 14
I just
hours in a
wasn't gonna
row
pay for
to
yours.
get here in time for this. So thank you, Steve.
It's all right, we had a really nice time anyway.
And actually, you beat Robyn here, which is quite humorous, I think.
Yeah.
But there's nothing more they love than driving through sort of freezing sunlight and
Had they been
heavy
offered-
precipitation.
right.
You know, Steve would have said no. If I said, "Do you want a first-class flight to Phoenix to LA with your own oxygen cylinder?" and
He
you
would
know
have
somebody
refused.
dropping grapes into your mouth, he'd say, "No, I prefer to drive in a vehicle. You know, puncture all those tyres first, Robyn." And the same with Tim. You know, Tim would rather eat ground broken glass in a Force 8 gale than endure such luxury.
Well, it all worked out for the best.
You
then.
got some sleep anyway, didn't you?
I did, I got 3 hours in the back of the van.
And you have 1.5 hours this
We
evening.
borrowed a pillow from one of the hotels.
Borrowed, meaning you'll be returning it in the
Yeah,
mail.
we've got to go back to North
Right.
Platte, Nebraska to take the pillow back.
All right, what's next, dear?
Why don't you do one?
Okay.
You want to do SK or SF? SL?
Okay, enough with the
I'll
acronyms.
do I'm going to do this one. It's Soul Food Shopping List. It's a request from Mr. Hitchcock, who's going to accompany me, I believe, on nose flute.
Yeah.
People tell you things all of the time. Believe it or not, some of them are true. I know you're having the time of your life, but now it's wearing you out, and I am too. Of course I don't mind if you sit down. We learn how to talk so we can talk to each other. You don't want to live in a house with black blinds and a portable telephone. Remember everything else on your soul food shopping list. The dinosaurs ruled the earth with a brain the size of a pea. Yeah, that makes sense. People sticking labels on each other's backs saying, kick me and I am stupid. I'm sorry I forgot to come dig you out. I was busy thinking about myself as usual. They're selling package trips to hell with all you can eat thrown in. It's time to start another page on my soul food shopping list. You get to meet the man as well. He's shaking a great big tin. It's giving off a nasty smell. My soul food shopping list. Collect your basket at the door. You know what it's for. You know what it's for. You know what it's Yes, the facelift is real. It's the only thing that is. Looks like I'm running out of space on my soul food shopping list. There was a hole in the wall, so she put her finger in it. It's like your third leg in the relay. There's no one to take the baton. Sorry, I always forget to stop it. You wait till it fades out, don't you?
Yes, the very final note, since Lord knows when you both will be back, I might have to play these recordings over and over again. That is Soul Food, a shopping list. It's from a London band called Homer. We've got singer-songwriter of Homer, Tim Keegan, here. And we've got Robyn Hitchcock sitting in for Homer, the rest of the Homer band tonight, basically.
He more than makes up for the fact that the rest of the band aren't here.
Trying to fill the void. Robyn and Tim are here
I've been
performing.
trying to do that all my life, Tricia. Seems like that old void wins through, though.
I wouldn't say that. Robyn and Tim are performing live here on Brave New World, as they will be Saturday night at the Roxy. And we've got the webcam on the boys, which I mention mainly because I want them to see Robyn's fabulous shirt. You've always got a fabulous shirt when you come here.
Thank
that
you.
little
It's a
thing,
webcam.
little eye.
It's one of those modern things that they've got in place of a decent society. They've just got a bit more sort of expensive junk that keeps people hypnotised.
So
It's
if
all
people
on your
go,
soul food shopping list, Tim.
yeah, you
Exactly.
should put the webcam on there.
Okay.
So if you go to the KCRW website at kcrw.org and click on How Radio Looks Now, see you boys. This is How Radio Looks Now. So that
Scary.
that song's Soul Food shopping list, unfortunately not available from Homer yet. They have released 2 import singles, which you can find the latter of if you head to the Roxy on Saturday night,
Absolutely.
unless you sell out before that.
Yeah, they're selling
Beef
like
and
hot
that.
cakes. So
But don't use them for that.
no.
Tim Keegan and Robyn Hitchcock on Brave New World. What's next?
Records are actually like hotcakes, because I saw some vinyl being pressed once, and they just get all these things like the ends of biros, you know, that little plastic stuff at the end of a biro. They get a kind of cake, like a Maryland crab cake, only made of pure ground black vinyl, and they stick it between 2 huge circular waffle irons, and then, thump, you know, you've got a new Paul McCartney record. Whatever.
Yeah, but they don't put raisins and cinnamon and things in with it, do they?
I think they could. I think it wouldn't make, you know, people wouldn't notice it straight away. I think the Bee Gees did that a lot in the 70s. They found a lot of raisins in some of their albums. They complained because Staying Alive there was a lot of corn chips and stuff in there.
But didn't people keep eating the records?
Well, there was too much vinyl, so if you did cook it, you inevitably, because Robert Stigwood was frightened, you know, he wouldn't let them put more than 49% flour in case it wasn't a record anymore. So
That's
it
why
was
they
a
sold
tough
so
time.
many records, because people had to keep buying it over and over again because they'd eaten.
Well, and because they cooked it. I mean, you walk into a house, especially in Los Angeles, which I never visited, but you know, people were always, especially at the height of the cocaine era, there was an enormous amount. There was just half-cooked records all over the floor, and you know, inevitably punk happened, and you got Rollins instead. Oh, I'd like to say hi to Richard Bishop, because you undoubtedly won't be listening, Richard. But see you tomorrow or the next day. This is called Elizabeth Jade.
Yeah.
Is it fast?
It's very fast.
Okay. Do you want to count it in?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, Elizabeth Jade, I've got to find you curling in the shade. Oh, Elizabeth Jade, I've got to find you curling in the shade. Take that plane from number 7, you will find yourself in heaven. Oh, Elizabeth Jade, I love the way your triangles displayed. Oh, Elizabeth Jade, I love the way your triangles displayed. The warning on the label said, keep away or you'll be dead. Oh, Elizabeth Jade, all right now. Oh, Elizabeth Jade, you shake me up like pre-war lemonade. Oh, Elizabeth Jade, you shake me up like pre-war lemonade. I got to find myself a stopper before I find myself a pauper. Oh, Elizabeth Jade, I'll rock on to me. Yeah, take it up. I love the way you rock and roll. I love the demon in your soul. Oh, Elizabeth Jade.
I meant to say that was one with delay on it, and you're meant to drive Tim's lead up. Did you?
Do you think maybe we should tell him this before
Yeah.
before we play them?
Yeah.
It's a thought. We can work on that. There's always room for improvement around
Maybe
here.
on playback. They can probably do that on the internet. You know.
We'll remix it somehow.
Yeah.
I'm Tricia Halloran. You're listening to Brave New World. We've got Robyn Hitchcock and accompanying guitarist Tim Keegan here performing for us this evening, and they will also be doing so Saturday night at the Roxy. We'll have tickets to give away to that show sometime soon, sometime relatively soon. And so, Tim, you'll be opening solo, playing Homer songs at the Roxy, correct?
Exactly that.
And is there anyone else, or is there another
I
band?
think somebody's in the middle.
Someone's in the middle.
Yeah, Kim Fox.
Right.
She's at the Roxy. Yeah, I mean, she will be then. I don't think she's installed
Probably.
herself there now unless she's in a real hurry.
She's extra ultra paranoid about whether she's going to get there or not.
Well, that's the thing. The more you worry about it, I mean, if your whole life is based around whether you can get to the kitchen or not before your egg boils, it never will, you know. I mean, or it'll always boil and you'll never be in the kitchen. Sorry, is that
Probably. Right.
You know.
Something like that. One of those two.
Well, fear is the great motivator, but it also is the great disabler. If you want to disable somebody's engine, you just make it really frightened. This is dead air. We can't have that.
Sorry.
Let's try another
I was
one.
thinking.
Oh.
Do you want to try
Well, it's either ISND or JFS.
Oh, let's do ISND. This has got lots of reverb on it. Slow.
Yeah, we made this up on a barge last summer when we were on a barge gliding past the Queen's house one evening.
Last summer.
Yeah, last summer. On top of a boat. Well,
Going past the Queen's house.
yeah. Well, okay. I saw Nick Drake at the corner of time and motion. I caught his eye and he caught mine. I said, "You're tall." He said, "No deeper than tomorrow's ocean." I saw Nick Drake and he was fine, and we're in blue. Yes, we're in blue. I saw Nick Drake as we were carrying the ice together. I saw his face beneath the glass. The net was gone and all the strawberries of English weather. I saw Nick Drake, I saw him pass, and we're in blue. Yeah, we're in blue. I saw Nick Drake, the habits of a lifetime will lay you low into your grave, and when you're gone, you take the whole world with you. I saw Nick Drake, I saw him wave.
I saw Nick Drake by Robyn Hitchcock with accompaniment by Tim Keegan. I'm glad you played that one because it's one of my favorite new songs. I saw
me
Nick
too.
Drake.
Have you heard that before?
I think I heard you perform it last summer when I was over in London. I don't remember either on the Isle of Wight or
No, it wasn't
somewhere.
on the island. Maybe it was
Maybe
at
I
the 12
heard-
bar. I think
Yeah.
it's only been done in public once.
I've definitely heard it. Maybe was it on some tape that maybe
We did
Tim
it for the
played me?
BBC, but they lost the tape.
Very mysterious. Maybe Tim sang it for me sometime. I've definitely heard it. I'm
Oh,
Tricia
that's
Halloran.
good. It's always
You're-
good if you've heard things before. I hate hearing songs for the first time. You know, once I know them, then I like them. But that's why I very seldom ever listen to a new record because it's so horrible. You know, the only thing I ever liked the first time was the first Velvet Underground album.
Well, you'd hate my show because people are always hearing things they've never heard before. Well, that doesn't give people much opportunity, Robyn.
No, it gives them lots of opportunity. It just doesn't give me any opportunity. You know, I know what I like, Trish, and I don't like anything.
All right. Well, as long as you know.
Oh yeah.
You're listening to Brave New World and 89.9 KCRW. Robyn Hitchcock and Tim Keegan are entertaining us this evening. And pretty soon we'll have tickets to give away to their show this Saturday. And we will also have a special promotional CD that is not available commercially, which is Robyn Hitchcock and with Tim Keegan's band Homer backing him up, performing at the Royal Queen Albert Hall. Do you want to just say a little bit what this is?
It's not at the Royal Queen Albert Hall. It's a recreation of a concert Bob Dylan did 30 years ago, which is a very famous bootleg where the audience are giving him an increasingly hard time, and they just have this sort of... It makes a very tense, exciting listen. And
because it was the first tour where he started playing Elektra.
Yeah, and he was really at the sort of peak of his powers, but people didn't appreciate it till he disappeared for a few years, and that bootleg really kind of went into my spine. That record, you know, I used to sit around as a sort of 19-year-old wishing I had curly hair and sort of going around thinking poisonous thoughts about my girlfriends and playing Dylan records really loud. Anyway. Last year was the 30th anniversary of this concert, and so I got the tapes to Homer, and we worked out all the songs, and we just did those songs as they are on the record. And you know, all the audience shouted the same things that they'd shouted to Dylan 30 years before, but they all shouted Judas at the wrong point and things.
It was very authentic.
And it was great. Anyway, it's out there, and it still hasn't been released either by Dylan's record company or by us, because in fact this is available only as a promotional item. You can't buy it, but
You'll
also
be able to
our gig was bootlegged. You know, I found a bootleg of it, so Warner's thought they should make it available at least on radio. And of course, ironically, Dylan apparently is really ill at the moment. I just heard he got some infection around the heart, somewhere on
dear.
the East Coast.
I did not know that.
So. You know, I mean, if he goes, it'll be like the roof going. I mean, you take the roof for granted, and it doesn't say much, but it's always there. I don't know. You know, none of this would have happened without Dylan. I mean, even Rage Against the Machine probably wouldn't have happened. Even Ice-T, things wouldn't have been that way.
That's why I think
Maybe the
it's great that you
Spice
did this.
Girls, but you know, just about everything else has been affected by him in some way or other. Yeah.
Well, it's good that we have you around to educate
Well-
people about it, because some people don't know.
Well, I'm the professor of stuff, you know. I've been around for so long. But why don't we do SK?
Really? Do you think it's that time yet?
Well, why not? Unless you want to do it nearer the end. But it's either that or JFS, and it might be nice to do it.
Yeah. I don't know, how many more do you want us to do? Do you want us to just keep going until they turn the radio off?
Well, they never really turn the radio off here, but you do have till midnight. Or if you, I don't want to tire y'all out, so if you want to end sooner, you may. It's up to you. This is kind of your thing.
No, we've come all this way, and Steve's got his headphones on.
I quite like to play thin, actually.
All right, you play thin.
Can we do thin?
Yeah.
Because of the sort of, it's like a... Well, carrying on from the Dylan thing, nobody seems to write protest songs anymore, so this is kind of like one of those.
So now the nights are drawing in. One more reason not to be thin. It's a time for stocking up, so throw away those stupid pills. They'll do you no good. You never thought they would. There is nothing more obscene than a wafer-thin model film magazine to make a girl grow up depressed by the size of her waist or the shape of her breast. Eat the fashion Nazis. We're not coming to your party. I love you just the way you are, a real person, not a movie star, as beautiful as anyone I've seen. Straightened teeth and plastic nose, pumped up lips and built up cheeks, cellulite drain and silicone. Keep these things out of your home. They're the devil's work. They are ugly and they hurt. Some mine's a double and one for my friend. Off the slim fast and on the mend. Feeling better every day. Looking great in a natural way. Looking great in a natural way.
That is Thin. It is a song by a London band called Homer, performed here by their singer-songwriter Tim Keegan, who is performing with Robyn Hitchcock.
How come everyone's got headphones on except us?
Because the microphone is in here, so they would not be able to hear what you guys are saying when my mic is on. So you guys have monitors. It's different.
Right. It's nice. It's a nice sort of change round. Usually we're wearing the headphones and everybody else isn't.
We like to do things differently here at KCRW.
We know.
Robyn Hitchcock and Tim Keegan performing live. And Robyn is tuning, which must mean something important's on the way.
Not necessarily.
They'll be performing this Saturday at the Roxy Theater, and we'll have tickets to give away to that quite soon. Probably close to midnight.
Should we do JFS then?
Give us a B. See, it seems quite innocent, doesn't it? But as soon as you start playing, E. Again, I mean, listeners throughout Santa Monica are going to be...
They're going to be going, well, that sounds fine to us.
Okay, listeners, what do you make
I've
of
got
this
that
one?
hair again that we had in Germany.
What, the German hair?
The German hair that follows us around and settles on microphones the world over.
Unless it's the hair that I originally found in San Diego and took up to Winnipeg. It may be, please, because it's back in California.
It's got shorter. It's
one of
shrunk.
yours, isn't it? Probably. Oh, I missed it. That's hair flicking time. Let's try doing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try doing JFS.
I got a flashlight in my pocket, and it goes right through the socket of a dead man's strum. My thumb's so numb, and I'm gripping on the handle of a Roman septic candle, and I can't let go or I'll fall into the dark. But in my other hand, gripped tight in the fingers of the night, I got jewels for Sophia. Jewels for Sophia. I've been basted, really wasted, chock full of nuts, ifs and buts. It tasted great shade, but I got another mouthful of desire. I got Lucas Fruit, Zunes, Barney, Pat, Saturday, calling one for Nixon and another one for Stripe. This may read like a fax, but in the hand I never relax. And you can tell that, listeners, I got jewels for Sophia. Jewels for Sophia. Oh Lord, I just amalgamated saturated clams, dig wrecks in tunnels with gerbils in your annex. I got Lord Fluff, Ginger, silicone pusscat. Never make a bad one out of all the stuff I weave, but up my sleeve. Up my sleeve, I got jewels for Sophia. Jewels for Sophia. Jewels for Sophia. Sophia, shine on Sophia. Sophia, shine on Sophia. See, I bring you colored ones. I bring you colored ones. Onion glove peelers, my kind of feelers. I feel as if a train is open in the sky that sucks out all the guilt and leaves fresh air and free health care and good hair days, an amazing pair of lips that sucks the pips into infinity pops. I got jewels for Sophia. Jewels for Sophia. Jewels for Sophia. Jewels for Sophia. Jewels.
That was a kind of delay and reverb one.
Barney, Pat, Saturday.
Yeah.
What?
Lucas Fruit, Zunes, Barney, Pat, Saturday. Tim was meant to harmonise on that, but
I thought I'd do it afterwards.
yeah.
Do you want to do it now and then we'll mix it in later?
Possibly.
No. You're listening to Robyn Hitchcock and Tim Keegan performing live here on 89.9 KCRW. And we are hearing a whole patch of new songs. That one, is that new, Jules for Sophia?
Yeah.
They sound great. I love the new songs.
Thank you. That's the right thing to say.
Well,
Well, encouragement is really good, you know.
it would be bad if I
If you
had
just
you
sat
in
there
here
saying,
and
why
then-
don't you play the Dead Wife song or something like that, you know, I'd just droop like an unwatered flower.
We can't have that.
And so would Tim, just out of sympathy, because he's a nice guy.
Tim likes to play the old songs. He just hasn't been telling you.
What, mine or his or yours?
Yours. What else should we get to hear?
We're going to have to step on it. Do you
Yeah,
want
we've
to do
gotta-
SK?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do SK and then I'll try and just go do as many as we can without.
Okay, we better intro SK. This is a very special song.
This is Tim's new single, Homer's new single.
You can actually purchase this on a one of
On
those
a CD, one of those modern things.
hot
Yeah.
cake.
It came out actually in England on Monday, but none of us were there to see it.
Well,
unfortunately.
sometimes these schedules don't work out, but Tim will have
we were
copies.
in North Platte, Nebraska,
Tim will have
borrowing pillows.
stealing pillows. Tim, wait, don't start yet. Tim will have copies of the single to sell at the Roxy on Saturday when he opens for Robyn Hitchcock.
We're super keen,
Is there a
right?
counting?
Yeah, it goes.
I have to find out where you live before you meet somebody else. It's nothing sinister, this is innocent attraction, and you won't tell me where to get off. In fact, you might invite me in. I wanna know everything that you know. I'm super keen. I'm super keen. And when I'm telling you my secret, you're looking fascinated. What a coincidence. I love everything you love. Why don't we spend this life together? I don't have a better plan. Can we skip the messy in-between stage? When you play shy and I have to act like I'm worth talking to for more than a minute. We got the ingredients, let's mix them up. Pretty soon, pretty soon we'll be playing around in our split level sea view kitchen. You'll smile a happy smile because you'll know just what I'm thinking. Life is a beautiful dream when you got a thing like you and me. I wanna be everywhere that you are. I'm super keen. I'm super keen. You super keen. We're super keen.
That's a pretty rare version of Super Keen. As
Yeah, you won't find that anywhere else.
You think we'll ever hear it again?
Well,
Not if we're
you
lucky.
can.
Hopefully not.
On the last track on the CD is the blank one, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's an
So
instrument.
everyone can sing Super Keen themselves
That's
at
right.
home over the backing track.
That
can
is that what
right.
you've been doing secretly? Without us
I
knowing?
don't think so. I don't
No,
judge.
I'll be
There's been a
singing
lot of
along with
practice
you.
on this one.
Otherwise, I'd be singing along with myself. No, Michelle and I both, sing it.
Both
in the
sing along
bath.
to the
Yeah.
instrumental.
No, we sing along to you, and then when there's the instrumental, we just sit there mouthing it. Because there's nothing to sing along to, and we're very obedient people. We just sit there in the bath. We often just
Well
run
done.
a bath so we can hear it.
Be super keen.
Yeah.
You're listening to Robyn Hitchcock
Gee,
and
time's
Tim
running
Keegan.
out.
We just heard a version of the Homer song, that's Tim's band Homer, called Super Keen, and that is available as an import single on Meek Giant Records. You can pick it up this Saturday at the Roxy when Robyn Hitchcock and Tim Keegan will be performing.
Okay.
Are you deciding what's next?
Yeah, I'm going to do a quick blast of this other one, and then let's do O.
All right. Yeah.
All right, hang on.
Rubber dolly all dressed in black, silver ornaments all down her back. Uncle Benny said, light my fuse. He made an offer that you can't refuse. I said, peep, peep. Baby, 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 it's the Bone Zone. I said, peep, peep. Uncle Jacob was sunbathing. He had to take off his bloody ring. Uncle Benny said, well, hi there, Jake. Let's you and me just pummel some steak. I said, peep, peep. Baby, 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 it's the Bone Zone. I said, peep, peep. You go up, you go down, then you split like a log. Someone's gonna kill you for this. You go in, you go out, then you kick like a frog. Someone's gonna milk you. Leather Jenny, she was on a raft. She began to sing the theme from Shaft. All her fingertips burst into flames. All she could say was, oh, extinguish them, James. You go back, you go down, then you sway with the goons. Someone's gonna saw you in half. You're so full, then you pop, then the seeds blow away. But nothing's gonna touch you. That's a little bit. I wait downstairs till it's over. Don't wanna see someone hurt. You are so tender and so rare, but you still keep on your shirt. Oh, flop dazzle. Sister Europe said to brother Clive, I sure am glad to see you alive. In Clerkenwell you had a pair of headphones. Now you appear to be ringing them bones. I said, peep, peep. Baby, 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 it's the Bone Zone. I said, peep, peep. Peep, peep. Peep, peep. Roger, 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 over and out.
Robyn Hitchcock performing live on KCRW. What's that song called?
That's called Ring Them Bones.
Ring Them Bones.
And this is the legendary O from my semi-classic PI record. Thank you very much, T, for having us.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Tricia.
Do the song and I'll do my I was going to do my
yeah.
thank you list, but do the song.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you ever hover in the distance? Did you ever swoop down from the sky to the bright green rocks all draped with seaweed and the deep blue ocean rolling by? Maybe I will find today. Maybe I will lose tomorrow. Gonna rock onto the ocean side. Did you ever see into the future? See the big red sun that won't go down, and the giant moths upon the cliffside, and the deep red sky that was our town. Maybe I will find today. Maybe I will lose tomorrow. Gonna rock onto the ocean side. Yeah. gaze across the ocean to the sun. Maybe I will find today, or maybe I will lose tomorrow. Gonna rock onto the ocean side. Gonna rock onto the ocean side. Gonna rock onto the ocean side.
Oceanside by Robyn Hitchcock and Tim Keegan, closing off a live performance. You can also catch the two of them this Saturday night at the Roxy, and we've got tickets to give away to that. And I'm also just going to give people a little sample of the CD that we're giving away. So this Saturday, May 31st, Robyn Hitchcock and Tim Keegan at the Roxy. We've got 5 pairs of tickets for KCRW subscribers to see that show. Roxy, Saturday, May 31st at 8 p.m. If you haven't won any giveaways from us in the past 90 days, you can call us with your membership number, 310-452-6700. These tickets are available to KCRW subscribers only on a first-come, first-served basis. And along with tickets to the performance, subscribers that are one of the first 5 callers will also receive a copy of this single, which accompanying it is the full performance that Robyn Hitchcock and the band Homer did on the 30th anniversary of Bob Dylan's performance at the Royal Queen Albert Hall, May 25th, 1996, where they recreated that seminal performance the first year that Dylan toured part acoustic and part electric. Thanks go out this evening to Robyn's manager, Steve Weltman, Tim's manager, Jennifer Blair, Lars and Cassandra of KCRW for production assistance, Scott Fritz for sound engineering, and Julie Muncy and Rick Gershon of Warner Brothers. Thanks for listening. I'll be back with you the next 2 nights between 10 and midnight. Bruno Gez is next with Shortwave on KCRW, Santa Monica, KCRY Indio Palm Springs, and KCRU Oxnard Ventura, a community service of Santa Monica College, broadcasting to Los Angeles and Orange counties at 89.9, the Greater Palm Springs area at 89.3, Oxnard Ventura Carpinteria at 89.1, the Antelope Valley at 88.1, Ridgecrest at 107.1, Santa Paula Moore Park at 102.3, Ojai at 102.1, and Banning and Yucca Valley at 90.9. KCRW is National Public Radio for more of Southern California.